Oh, hey guys, welcome to my first video. I'm JCIV, and today we're going to be talking about something very near and dear to my heart, gaming. And not just any form of gaming, we're talking next-gen consoles. Now, I'm pretty sure that you've read the title of the video by now because, you did click on it after all. Just saying, just saying. You should know that in this video, I'll be deliberating on whether or not the Xbox One is now the best console out of the next-gen big three. Yep, the Wii U is actually going to be in this discussion. Who knew? Now, the reason I decided to do this video is because when the Xbox One first came out, it was just lambasted. DRM, mandatory Kinect usage, not allowing indie devs to self-publish, and worst of all, used game restrictions pretty much sank the Xbox One chip before it got out of port. And then E3 came around and it got even worse for the Xbox One. We found out that the PS4 was more powerful, cheaper, had super indie support, and most importantly, no used game restrictions. In many people's eyes, Microsoft and the Xbox One were pretty much finished after that, and while I wouldn't go that far, I will say that the PS4 was beating the Xbox One in pre-order numbers on a 2-to-1 ratio, which is a pretty big deal. Heck, I even pre-ordered a PS4. But now, the Xbox One and Microsoft have gone back on just about everything they've ever said about the console. There's no use game restrictions, no mandatory Kinect usage, they are allowing indie devs to self-publish, and no DRM. I mean, the only thing Microsoft didn't change was the Xbox One's crappy name. Xbox 180 anyone? I know, I'm just so original, right? So with all that being said, let's get to the real meat of the video, shall we? We're going to be judging each of the 3 new consoles in 1 of 4 areas. Values, accessories, games, and character. Ooh, character, what could that be? Well, you'll just have to wait till the end of the video to find out. Or you could just skip to the end. What else? Now value. What I mean by that is, which console is giving you the most bang for your buck? Let's start with Nintendo's pride and joy, the Wii U. The cheapest Wii U model is the 8GB model, but that's not nearly enough memory, so let's just skip to the 32GB model, shall we? Right now, a 32GB Wii U console is going for $352.99 on Amazon. And with that, you get a copy of Nintendo Land, 32GB of internal memory, a Wii U gamepad, and of course, the console. There's some stands and cradles and stuff like that too, but let's focus on the significant stuff, shall we? With the purchase of a $399 PS4 Standard Edition console, you receive one PS4 system, a wired mono headset, and a DualShock 4 controller. It's also important to say that Drive Club, one of the major PS4 launch titles, is free when you sign up for PS Plus, which is kind of mandatory now for online play. The $499 purchase of an Xbox One Standard Edition, you receive one Xbox One console, one Xbox One controller, the Kinect 2.0, and as we just learned, it will come with a wired headset. Let me just say that Amazon can't even list what comes with the Xbox One console because of how wishy-washy Microsoft has been. So please don't jump down my throat if I left something out. Sorry about that. As far as value for your buck goes, I'm going to have to take the Xbox One out of the competition simply because both the PS4 and the Wii U come with free games, and the Xbox One does not. Also, with that being said, the other 2 consoles are cheaper. Yep. Now, between the PS4 and the Wii U, I'm going to have to give the edge to the PS4. Because while the Wii U is cheaper, the PS4 is only a little bit more expensive, and it is the most powerful console ever created. I don't know when Sony is going to start making money with the PS4. I just read some articles online that said that they could be going into the red off of it, but I really do hope they start making money off of it soon because they're selling that really impressive piece of tech for way too cheap. Let's transition on over to accessories, shall we? The Xbox One's most important accessory is, without a doubt, its Kinect sensor. It's extremely powerful and it allows it to sense up to 6 individuals within a room. And it does other cool stuff like, being a TV remote. It features a controller that has been seriously upgraded from the last model, but still needs AA batteries to work, which I find to be pretty annoying. And the Xbone development team said it was for a good reason, and they've done such a good job of knowing what's best for us with their console so far, haven't they? And as I previously mentioned, it will come with a Chad headset, which looks pretty nice actually. Lastly, the Xbox One does have a second screen experience with Smart Glass, which allows players to semi-control their Xbox through their tablet. And while I don't think it's quite as good an option as the Wii U gamepad or the PS Vita because you can't play like full games on it because it's not meant for that, it is something. For the Wii U, we have their heavily touted gamepad, which is without a doubt its crowning accessory. I mean, even heck, at their press conference, they showed that off more than the console. It allows players to play games on it while somebody else uses the TV for other things, like maybe watching True Blood or something. Also, the Wii U allows you to use its Wii Nunchuck remote combo for some of its games. I'm sure the Wii U has a lot of other really important accessories like a microphone or anything like that, but I think the gamepad is what we really need to focus on. The PlayStation 4 features 4 major accessories: a wired mono headset, the PlayStation Eye camera, the DualShock 4, and the PlayStation Vita. PS4's Eye camera is very similar to the Kinect in its function, but it has a larger angle degree of vision and lower quality video streaming. The DualShock 4 has been seriously upgraded from its previous iteration as well, and it looks a heck of a lot more comfortable, along with having a nice little touchpad in the middle and a fancy schmancy share button. Don't know how I didn't get tongue-tied on that one. Now the biggest wild card here is the PlayStation Vita, because while it can basically, in my opinion, do everything that the Wii U gamepad can, and maybe even a little bit better, I don't know if people are going to be willing to shell out the extra $299 or $250, whatever it goes for right now, for that second screen experience for the PlayStation 4. Time will tell with the Vita. Hopefully it does well. I have one. It works great. Hopefully it becomes a lot more successful in the future. Overall, I'm going to have to give the edge to the PS4 just because of how well-rounded it is. It has the Vita to match the Wii U's gamepad and the PlayStation Eye camera to match the Kinect. And while it isn't quite as powerful, I don't see why it can't accomplish everything that the Kinect 2.0 can. Also, the DualShock 4 has been getting some pretty rave reviews. Sweet! Now let's talk about games. More specifically, exclusive games. While the Wii U has been out for almost a year now, it doesn't really have that many good exclusives. So I think it's fair to judge it on equal footing with the PS4 and the Xbox One. At launch, the Wii U had a lot of games come out for it, but only 3 notable exclusives: ZombiU, New Super Mario Bros. U, and Nintendo Land, which was packaged with the console as its free game. ZombiU got some mixed reviews, and it currently sits with a 77 on Metacritic. I haven't played it yet, so not gonna judge, but out of the 3, the shining jewel has to be New Super Mario Bros. U. Since then, the Wii U hasn't really had any notable exclusives, but it does have a very bright future ahead of it with Wonderful 101, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, Super Mario 3D World, and Wind Waker HD to look forward to. And even farther in the future, we're going to get a new Super Smash Bros. That will probably be what makes me get a Wii U. The PS4 has a pretty strong launch lineup with Drive Club, Knack, and Killzone Shadowfall, with Killzone Shadowfall looking the best out of the bunch. Looking forward, we have the exquisite-looking Infamous Second Son and the Order 1886. Xbox One's got a pretty strong launch lineup as well, with Dead Rising 3, Rise Son of Rome, and Killer Instinct. Rise stood out to me the most this time. Sorry, Dead Rising 3 fans. Looking forward, Xboners have Kinect Sports Rivals. Yeah. No. Forget I even said that. They really do have the free-to-play Project Spark, which looks a lot like Little Big Planet for next gen. And they also have Titanfall, which looks pretty freaking amazing, I must say. I tip my hat to you, Respawn. And of course, you can't forget about Halo. Who knows when the next one will be out? It could be in the near future, it could be in a year, 2 years, but I'm sure all the Xbox One fans will go and pick it up, and I hope it's good. The games category is pretty heavily contested, but I'm going to have to go ahead and give the edge to the Wii U. It has a lot of great games coming out by the end of this year, and even some good third-party support from Sega and Platinum Games. Now, I know a lot of you are saying, of course the Wii U should have better games by now. It's been out for like 9 months. Okay, just to appease you, if I had to decide between the PS4 and the Xbox One in the games category, I would go ahead and give the edge to the PS4. It's because they're also giving us PlanetSide 2, DC Universe Online, which is on the PS3, and Warframe completely free of charge. Not to mention, Killer Instinct kinda left a bad taste into my mouth because it's free to play, but you only get one character at the start. Yeah, that's right, you're gonna have to pay for every extra character you want to play as. Have fun with that. Also, at Gamescom, Sony is said to be showing off even more games for the PS4, so that should make them even more meaty than they already are in the games category. And finally, we come to the mystery category, character. This category is a lot more ambiguous than others because a lot of what I'm about to say is objective. What I mean by character is how each company treats its consumers. Can you see where I'm going with this? Instead of giving you the dish on how I perceive each company treats its consumers, I'm just going to go ahead and reveal the winner and then talk about it so that you don't rage out on me. Personally, I believe that the PS4 and Sony possess the best character out of all the three major consoles. Oh, this guy's a fanboy. Look, the PS4 has won 3 categories already. How is that fair? No, turn this off. I don't want to hear any more. Turn it off. Whoa. Hold on a sec, guys. Give me a chance to explain myself. In the beginning of the video, I talked about how the Xbox One was basically the antichrist of gaming consoles. Now Microsoft has changed its policies since then, but why do you think that happened? Was it really because they value their consumers' input, or was it because they saw how badly the PS4 was beating them in the pre-order numbers? Think about it for a second. When Xbox One first came out with its DRM and its used game restrictions, hadn't gamers already been saying that these were things we did not want? The rumors turned out to be true, and Microsoft kept assuring us that their way was the right way. What was the infamous line? Deal with it? Ooh. Or how about Don Matrix? If you don't have a stable internet connection, just stick with the Xbox 360. Now, why would Microsoft enforce those stupid anti-consumer policies in the first place? For the money! They were willing to basically make us lease our games so that they could have as much profitability as possible on all aspects of their console. And it just wasn't something gamers were going to stand for. Which is why the PS4 murdered the Xbox One pre-order numbers. Now Nintendo, on the other hand, didn't do anything nearly as bad as the Xbox One and Microsoft did. My concern with Nintendo is how they've never really been concerned with third-party support. It's always been, well, we've got Mario, Zelda, Metroid, and Pokemon, so we're pretty much good. That's why the Wii became a coaster during its console lifecycle, and I hope to God that the same thing doesn't happen to Wii U. Now, Sony is far from a faultless company. In 2006, when they first revealed the PS3's $600 price point, they were out of their freaking minds. But when the PS3 didn't do as well as they hoped, they became really humble as a company and really started going out of their way to appease the consumers. PS Plus is a great example of that. With that service, they gave out about 5 quality video games a month for less than you'd be forced to pay with Xbox Live. Seriously, I don't even have to buy video games anymore with that service. Even on the PS4, we're getting our fair share free. As like I mentioned earlier, Warframe, DCUO, PlanetSide 2, Drive Club. Not even mentioning that a lot of the services on the PS4, you don't have to have PlayStation Plus to use, like Netflix. Xbox One, not so much. Sony actually listened to its consumers in the first place and didn't have any mandatory DRM or used game restrictions, and thereby eventually forced Microsoft to change its policies on it. Here's something to ponder. If the Xbox One had somehow beaten the PS4 in pre-order numbers, do you really think that Microsoft would have listened to all the backlash the console got and changed its policies? Not a chance, guys. I think we all know who the winner is here. Drum roll, please. PS4 wins. So, to answer the question in the video's title, no, the Xbox One is still not the best console out there. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you'd like to hear more from this guy, just hit that subscribe button. I'll have a lot more great videos out for you soon. Next, I'll be discussing the top games of the last gaming generation. Psst! Fallout 3 is going to be on the list. I'm outie.